from Moon Raine Tarot, and happy Prevent Procrastination Day. Today's pick a card reading is a reading concerning what is causing you to procrastinate. Believe it or not, we have done numerous studies to understand why we procrastinate as human beings. Behavioral economics has even come up with 4 different factors that determine if and how much we procrastinate. They actually made a formula, and you can check out more information down on my links. Simply put, procrastination is just about you prolonging something that you don't want to do that's causing you a great deal of stress, and you start doing other things in order to alleviate that stress. So today's pick a card will just delve into how you feel about that particular thing you're doing and why you're trying to alleviate that stress. Basically, what's triggering your behavior. And acknowledging what's going on is the first step on how to stop that habit. Acknowledging, forgiving yourself, redefining your goals, breaking down all the tasks. These are all common strategies in order to stop procrastinating. Again, if you need more information on how, like different strategies on how to prevent or at least overcome procrastination, I'll have some links down below. And so today we're just going to try to dig deep and get to the heart of the matter. I want you guys to pause the video and pick the pile that resonates with you. And okay, let's begin. Okay, if you picked pile 1, this message is for you. The very first card you received is peace, harmony, balance, perfection, a sense of well-being, favorable conditions, and expansion in reverse. You received the round and round. You received the exchanging gifts. You received building blocks in reverse. Your tarot cards are the Lovers, the Page of Cups in reverse, and lastly, the 9 of Cups in reverse. So from the fact that the Peace card is upside down, you feel that you're not perfect. You don't feel adequate enough to fulfill this particular task. Because of the fact that you received the round and round right after, I'm getting a feeling that this is not something that just pertains to this particular task. My round and round card for me is like a karma card, meaning it's a karmic lesson and it's something that happens continuously every time you're presented with a particular task. So that feeling of inadequacy happens to you on a consistent basis. So this, the fact that you feel this way is not just for this particular task. You have a tendency to feel like you're inadequate, and this state of mind really affects the way you view yourself. And it obviously affects the way you get things done, because you just don't feel like you could do a good job, that people can do better than you. And the universe always presents with you with this particular type of situation so that you can overcome this fear of feeling that way about yourself. Now, the 9 of Cups was reversed, and if you were to look at this person, she feels self-satisfied with what she has accomplished. So I see the cups as an accomplishment, and she's relaxed and feeling good. And the fact that it's reversed also indicates how you just don't feel like you're accomplished. You don't feel like you can accomplish things as well, because you don't feel like you have the necessary skills or anything that allows you to complete your tasks. The fact that you have the building blocks upside down shows that your foundation, what makes you you, is deteriorating away, and that shows that you just don't feel like you're adequate enough. What you have, what makes you you, is not good enough. So I have a feeling like these particular cards just show how you feel on the inside, how the universe is trying to make you realize that this is not the case. This is just how you feel. and it's trying to always challenge you in order for you to overcome this. Again, you could see that with the Page of Cups, where he's trying to, because it's in reverse, he has these artistic skills, and he's able to show that and demonstrate it through his paintings. But the fact that it's reverse, it's showing that you're just not capable of showing your skills. You have them inside, it's just that you're unwilling to show them because you just feel so inadequate. Now, the call to action cards you have is the exchanging gifts as well as the Lovers. As you can see, there's two people on each card, and it's just basically saying allow to have someone with you in order for them to bring out what you have on the inside. Working with someone there will help you realize that other people have similar insecurity, and it's okay to feel that way. Your feelings are valid. But even though your feelings are valid, it should never overshadow and impede you from your endeavors, from what you're doing, your goals, and everything in the future. So seek out for help. Seek out people who have similar interests. Realize that how you feel it's what we all go through. We all have our insecurities, and it's okay. We're not perfect. It's just a matter of starting and trying to complete that task and asking for help when necessary. So I hope this helped out my group 1. Thank you so much for watching, and if it resonated with you, I hope you hit the like button, and if you want more videos, just hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much. Alright, if you picked pile 2, this message is for you. You received the Gathering Together card. Massing, converging, unifying, assembling, combining forces. The sum is greater than its parts. The Yin energy. Mending. Deep knowing. With Tarot, you receive the Six of Swords. The Five of Cups in reverse, and the Queen of Swords. So right away, the essence of what's going on here is that you're a gatherer. As you see here, the main word here is gathering together. And I feel like the trickling of the water just shows like the different types of resources and things that you do to gather information. So if you have some sort of project that you're doing, you're the kind of person that looks into books and YouTube videos, you look for other, you search for other people's opinions and posts concerning whatever you're working on. And even though you're accumulating all of this information and, you know, doing all this research, you start to get overwhelmed with that information. As you can see how the water is trickling down to this large body of water. Now at this point, it's become overwhelming. You can't necessarily feel like you have control. You have so much information, you don't know where to begin. So you stop before you even get started. So if you look at your tarot cards here, the two that are right side up, you have our swords. So I get a feeling, even with this particular card, the Six of Swords, the Six of Swords card is typically a card showing that you're leaving something that is not good for you. But in this case, I don't believe that's what the meaning is. I feel like the swords are kind of like your skills or the things you're researching, and you're going on a trip to gather more information. So this is just who you are. This is your characteristic. You really don't want to start anything until you've gathered everything you feel is necessary in order to begin a project. I could even give you an example. If you wanted to learn tarot, you're the kind of person that researches tarot YouTube to see what the top 10 decks of all of your favorite YouTube readers. You're the kind of person that gets all the books, you know, that you need, but you don't start. So let's see what the other cards are here. Yeah, even the Queen of Swords, like, you want to be portrayed who has it all together, someone who's able to, who's well read and knowledgeable on what you're doing. You just don't want to seem caught off guard, and you want that portrayed prior to doing your task. Now with the Five of Cups in reverse, if you were to see this, this is a person who's incapable of seeing what they have. So the fact that she's still looking at the 3 cups that she just doesn't have now because they're, lost to the ocean, she doesn't realize what she has behind her. So she rather have everything and feel distraught instead of working with what she has. And this is very strongly indicative of you just needing to gather things. But the fact that you're gathering and wanting and accumulating all these things and not progressing stops you from your goals, stops you from your future. Again, with the Oracle, with deep knowing, you really, really are a researcher. You really need to gather everything before you start something. Okay, so these are your call to action cards here. I'm getting the sense that these cards are saying, play with your creative side. It really literally is saying call to action. Do the work. Be like, when you're doing something, instead of having that structure, instead of having that research, start working on it instead of just researching it, instead of reading it. Again, find somebody to help you and work with the project instead of just researching about it, and work together to make it happen. So again, I hope this resonated with you guys for my group 2. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked it, please hit the like button, and if you would like more videos on this, please hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Alright, if you picked pile 3, this message is for you. First card you received is excess, stress, overload, obsessiveness, gluttony, burdens, worries, and the breaking point. Co-create in reverse. Breathe. Truth be told in reverse. 8 of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, lots of work, and Temperance. Okay, so right away I could tell your procrastination stems from the fact that you're a perfectionist. You keep putting all this work on yourself. I don't know if you could see this clearly, but you have a man and he has all of this rocks on top of him. And as you keep putting all that work on top of you and thinking you're only capable of doing it your way, which is what you feel is the right way to do it, you're incredibly stressed and overloaded with all the worry and the amount of workload that you put it to yourself. This is because you're, like, I feel like you're highly detailed. So because you're highly detailed oriented, you want things in a precise manner, in a way that you feel like you're the only one capable of doing that. And because of those details as well, it distracts you from the overall goal that you're working on. So the fact that you are looking at these little details, it doesn't necessarily let you progress into your particular goal that you're working on. Now, when we're looking at the Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles is very reminiscent of this card as well. The 8 of Pentacles is about hard work. But in this case, what I'm seeing with this particular card is that things have to be done precisely. They have to be done by the book, what you think is correct. And the fact that you're doing this in a very precise, systematic way, I feel prolongs things. And not only does it prolong things, you feel overwhelmed. And it causes you to prolong things because you know that once you get started, it's going to be really, really bad. And because of that stress, you're just going to procrastinate. With the King of Pentacles, you want to be seen as somebody who has it all together. You want to, because the Pentacles demonstrate hard work, right? But in this particular sense, you just want to be seen as you're the best. You want to seem that you have everything in control. And the problem with showing that you're incapable of delegating work. You have a really hard, difficult time actually opening up and allowing other people to take the small little menial tasks in order to get something done. And I see that also with two cards. The first one being the co-create card. I don't know if you could see this, but you have a cat here. I think it's a cheetah. And then you have the owl here, and then I have the egg. And the egg, I feel, is like the project, right? And the fact that you guys are so separated and in reverse signifies you have a very hard time delegating and working together with somebody else. You want to get things done by yourself, which doesn't allow for this to actually flourish. So this is a very strong, heavy card, along with the the King of Pentacles, showing that you have a very hard time delegating information. You want to be seen as the one who did this. You want to be seen as that you have control. Even the Truth Be Told card, the fact that it's in reverse, it shows that you're incapable of opening up and allowing other people to come in and help you with things. You have a very hard time doing this. So this is something that you really do have to work on. And also you have to work on the fact that things don't have to be perfect. And let's go to these cards to talk about that. The Breathe card, you got two yoga poses, and I feel like it really comes down to you just taking a breath, relaxing, and making sure you realize that things do not have to be perfect. They don't have to be done a certain way. Allowing other people to come in to help is necessary. This particular yoga pose takes dedication. It takes continuous dedication. It takes practice. You cannot let yourself procrastinate and then use that as an excuse that it wasn't perfect enough because you didn't have time. This is a time to make sure that you work on something on a continuous basis and consistently. So I really hope this resonated with you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and please hit the like button and subscribe if you want more videos. Thank you so much, Group 3. Okay, Group 4, this message is for you. First card you received is the Well upside down. It means seeking truth, wisdom, insight, intuitive knowing, returning to the source, and getting to the bottom of things. Observer, regeneration, chaos and conflict, Ten of Swords, Judgment, and the Page of Swords. Okay, so since this person has yet to go into the water, it looks like you have not started to work on a particular task. The reason why you're procrastinating is because this particular project or task or whatever you're working on might be something that will change or disrupt what you're currently doing now, like it's disrupting your particular routine. You have it looks like you have a fear of, if you were to dive, that things are going to be a lot different from what they are right now. So if we were to look at the surrounding cards here, we have Regeneration and the Ten of Swords. These two cards are incredibly similar. As you can see here, we have like a tree actually blossoming despite the fact that there's lava underneath, and it's going towards this beautiful light here. And so this card is showing that even though there's something ending, there's a promise of a new beginning. Again, this is also the same message you received here in the Ten of Swords. Again, there's an ending, as you can see the swords here that are stopping this girl from reaching her broom, but there's a beginning right on the horizon. So right away I'm getting a sense that whatever it is that you are diving yourself into is something that you are incredibly scared because it's a new beginning. It's completely different from what you're currently doing now. And but there's a promise that it's a good thing. And the reason also why it's good, besides the fact that you're, the light here, is the fact that you received the Judgment card. And the Judgment card signifies that this is something that is fulfilling. And maybe you're avoiding doing this because you feel that you should not prioritize something that fulfills you. Maybe you feel like this shouldn't be a priority in your life. And you're currently in a routine that you can't seem to get yourself out of. And because of that, you feel like it's incredibly, even though this is something that will bring joy to you, it's just disruptive and it's hard to break that routine. And this is definitely causing a lot of anxiety, and that's why you're avoiding it. Despite the fact that you want it, because obviously it will be fulfilling. With the chaos and conflict, see, this is incredibly anxiety inducing. That once you dive in, and once you get into it, it's going to create a lot of chaos in your life. Maybe people around you are not going to want what you're trying to pursue. So this is what's causing you to stop. All of that anxiety around you is causing you to feel like you shouldn't even start. You shouldn't even make this a priority of yours, even though it's fulfilling for you. The call to action cards that you received is the Observer. Keep your eyes on the prize. Know that what you're doing is for your future. Do not let, others affect how you feel, and do not let that stop you from pursuing your goals, pursuing your dreams. Let's see if we went over all these cards. Okay. And lastly, the Page of Swords is a card that encourages you to have courage. This is a time to start this journey. It might be long. It's going to be hard. It will be disruptive, as you see here. It will be disruptive. But if you have the sword at hand, you can accomplish what you want. So do not let others stop your dream. So I really, really hope this provided some guidance and illuminated some of you guys, especially my group 4 here. Please hit the like button and subscribe if you want more videos like this. And thank you so much for watching. Thanks, guys.